Hello guys, my name is Franck Izquierdo. I'm the I in IGK, one of the founder. We are in Miami salon. This is Amy, my model of today. We're gonna do a big change today. We're gonna go very short. We're gonna show you different techniques to achieve a lob. Why dry cutting is just to show you how you can achieve a look very quick in the salon when you are busy with like very strong technique and classic techniques. It's very simple. I'm gonna work with 3 sections, one in the top of the head and one in the back of the head, to really eliminate the time and to go really quick. The length, we already talked about it in advance before, like in consultation. Consultation is very important, so we want to make sure like we was okay, you, her and me, about the length. So we're gonna go around this kind of length right here. We'll go with a little bit of asymmetry in the back. So you can see the hair is very, very long. So today will be a very strong look. So we will go a little bit shorter in the back, so to create a little bit of asymmetric, so the hair look a little bit shorter in the back and longer on the front. To start the haircut of Amy, very important to work with section. So she have one section in the back, but the most important is the section on the top of the head to determine like who's going in the back of the head and who's going forward. This will be the guide of the length where I want to start. So it's very important to understand the hair is curly, so you don't have to pull very tight the hair. So I'm gonna go put the head with a little bit of angle to make sure when the hair is straight, you don't have a little bit of elevation. So you have to give a little bit of angle during the neck right here. So I determine the length with my finger, very important. And then when I have the length, I just come here and I work on the edge. Of my finger, keep the angle very clean, okay? The most important is to have your arms and your hands very straight to make sure the line is perfect. This is the first line. This is the guide of your haircut. You take the second part, then after how confident you are, you can split the section, but if you feel very secure, you can do in one block. Just to show you, I want to take my time. I'm going to divide this section with my clip. Okay, I'm going to go in the middle, from the left to the right. Take your time. It's people don't really understand, but section are very, very, very important. So pull the hair. You see, I don't really use comb because you want to make sure like the hair is very natural. Okay, now I have the section perfectly. Twist the hair, forward the hair. So I'm gonna follow the line, very important, not too much angle. Okay, you come here and you just work with the tips of your shears and you work very, very, very clean and you make sure it's very straight again. So this second section, I'm gonna start to work on texture because you create and you work just at the edge of the hair, but it's very important to start to create the texture. Is why you take, we call this like parallel sectioning. You do an elevation at 45 degrees and you're just gonna do channeling inside the hair to already take off the weight and start to create the texture. So you go inside, you open the hair to start to create the texture. So you really cut inside the hair to start to create the dimension and like put the waves with more separation. So you can see already the difference between this side. You can see the volume start to going away. And you can see here it's very like virgin with just like one cut at the edge. So last section, same. I use my finger for the first 2 sections. This one I'm using my comb. I'm using the large part of my comb to make sure like I really make the hair going in the direction I want. And I'm just gonna give another direction of the position of the scalp of the head, and I'm just gonna match again like I did before with the line already done at the first section. I pull a little bit strong here because it's why I'm gonna have this little elevation, so I'll start to create, like I said at the beginning, the asymmetrics to have the look like of shorter in the back and longer on the front. It gives an edge on the haircut. So I'm like 2 inches behind the guide, and I'm just gonna go blunt again, very close to my finger to make sure we're still on point. I take the top of the head, very clean. I use the small part of my comb and same channeling to create the texture. Don't be scared. This technique requests a little bit of experience, but it's very good to create and amazing to create the look right away. Same here, you do left, you do center, left. You can do speed, slow speed, just to make sure you're doing clean with the same separation, or you can do speed of the salon when you're really used to. Okay, we're done for the back. Now we're gonna do the front. So like I said at the beginning, the most important is this section here. Be on the top of the head. So when you are in the salon or anywhere you're cutting hair, make sure you're putting the comb on the top of the head, and then make sure your section is always on the top of the head. This will make the difference in any kind of your haircut. So now I'm starting the side. So the side you have a guide just right here. This is the guide I use my first section. It's very easy. So this is what's the profile line you have here, line in the middle here. So I just cut in 2 parts, and I'm just gonna match with my guide right here. Very simple. So I make the hair falling naturally with not any kind of direction. Make sure you don't give too much direction, mean on the left or on the right, because it can affect your haircut. So it's why you have to be very, very natural fall with your comb. So I'm gonna use just the end of my shears and make sure, take everything, take your time, go little by little, depends how you feel, how confident you are, but the most important is to give the angle and work very, very clean and very straight. Then, like I say, you take a little part like this, in the middle, always to create the same texture. You go inside, just to create separation. You take the last one. Okay, the head's very long, so take your time. Just come in here. You just make sure you really follow the falling natural. This is where is the key of the haircut. You come through the end, you see the line. When you have the line, you just follow the line. You go under to make sure you have all the little graduation. And then of course you can use your point cutting to create little separation at the edge. The most important is to keep and follow really your guideline. And then you can walk very soft inside the hair to create a little separation to make sure when the hair is natural without blow dry, it looks perfect. Right away you can see the change, and right away you can see like if it's the perfect length or not. There you go. Then you open the face to make sure you're good. Okay, so now I'm gonna use good behavior. The length is determinate. So I really did my consultation with Amy. We want to create this really lob haircut, lob style. So I'm very happy about the length. It's a perfect length for her. I already texturized the hair. Now we're gonna use the product to make sure like we can have the look very fast and very quick for her. So we're using good behavior. It's the product we create. I think this is really a revolution product in the hair industry, because you're just gonna apply on the hair, and you're gonna have, with the brush and the hair dryer, you're gonna have the hair straight right away. You just spray from the roots to the end. The roots to the end. Okay, you make sure you're putting the product everywhere. You can use good behavior on dry and wet hair. Wet hair, if you have a lot of hair, she arrives, you apply, and then you start with your blow dry. But if you do a lot of dry cutting in salons, you can work on dry hair as well. I just apply from the roots to the end. Make sure you're going like very inside the hair, so you go to the roots to the end. You can work very like big section. You just have to make sure you really forget, like you don't forget any piece of the hair. Okay, so the haircut is done. So it was very blunt at the bottom, and we're using the slice cutting like very strong from the roots to the ends to create the separation, so to have this piecey look at the ends. So the good behavior helped me to really have the hair very dry. She have very like wavy and like almost frizzy hair, so it controlled the humidity and it's like a keratin effect. So now is the styling part. So I use Beach Club. It's a texturizing product to give you a lot of body, a lot of volume. So we're using like, you can using like with the hair dryer or with just your finger. It helps you really to create like the definition of your haircut. It helps you really like to bring your haircut to the next level. So you can put a lot. It's still like not greasy. You can always like slice the hair in the hair. You can put at the roots if you want to lift. You can really do whatever you want. It's like it helping you really to style the hair perfectly when you walk inside the salon. So after it depends what look you want, if you want body or not. With the technique of the cutting, like there is a lot of memory inside the hair. It's like if you want to lift, you can have volume. If you want to go flat, you can go flat. And then we're using Speechless. So Speechless, it's like oil, but in a spray, because we was used to work with oil like you put in the hands. So we decided to put in a spray so it's more easy to apply on the hair. So you see right away the shine. Then after, if you want like very smooth, but what I like about the Speechless product, you really have like the shine right away. So you just put at the tips wherever you want, just to have the final look. So what is good, it's like the mix between Beach Club, the texturizing spray, and Speechless, like the, let's say like it's oil in a spray, just to give you like this look of healthy hair, but still with a lot of volume. So I'm done with the haircut. So you can really see the little asymmetric, shorter in the back, longer in the front, give an edge of the haircut. You can see really like the bottom very blunt, like the way I cut the hair, we're very like graphic. I texturize the hair, you remember like I work inside the hair. She looks great.